The Phillies clinched the NL East with a series victory over the Dodgers. I'm Coy Camiscioli from Phillies Sports Talk, going to break down the series for you. This is not going to be a very long episode. I'm sick, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm running out of fumes here. But I did want to talk about this series a little bit. I watched all three of these games for the most part, even with the late night stuff, as I had some homework going on. Phillies, they clinched the NL East with the win on Monday in the first game of the series. And I have to say right now, this team is very impressive at the moment. They really look good. It's hard to imagine that this team can win the World Series without Zach Wheeler, but right now they are playing like they can. The bats have been pretty solid, especially the outfield bats. The starting pitching's been good. For the most part, the bullpen's been good. So, real quick on game one, excellent job by the Phillies of overcoming adversity in this game. We had the chance to win the division going into the ninth, and Yohan Duran's in, and he blows it, home run to Andy Pajes. So, we're tied at that point. We go to the 10th inning, and we manage to scrap a run across, and Dave Robertson comes in. He shuts it down. Excellent job by the vet. You can't really ask for much more. So, it was an excellent win on Monday. It really kind of just the vibes were at an all-time high. The boys looked really happy to clinch the division right then and there. Ranger Suarez, he had a quality start, not his greatest start. 6 innings pitched, 3 runs, 7 hits, pretty solid, nothing crazy. Orion Kirkrain, he gave up a run, and again same with Duran. But Matt Strom and Dave Robertson again. David Robertson, that last inning, not letting that ghost runner score from second was pretty impressive. So excellent stuff by the Phillies in game one. Game two, Phillies were winning 6-4, and Dave Robertson, not his best outing, gives up a couple runs and only gets a third of an innings pitched. And we go into the ninth, and Rafael Marchand hits a 3-run shot, just insanely clutch. And that's our backup catcher, obviously. When guys are doing stuff like this, it's pretty special. So Brandon Marsh, he also had brought in a couple RBIs in this game on a 3-run home run as well. The Phillies, again, 6-run, 6th inning. They were losing 4-0 going into the sixth. They were getting no hit through 5 by Shohei Ohtani. This is another gutsy win by the Phillies, and all my props to them. Game three, I don't want to say scheduled loss because it's an awful thing to say, but after a night of partying and 2 wins, Phillies go down pretty quietly, 5-0. Only 3 hits in game three. Blake Snell pitched a gem. He looked really good. We couldn't hit his off speed. Snell goes 7 innings pitched, 0 runs off 2 hits. He struck out 12. It was just one of those games for the Phillies. Luzardo, he gave up a couple runs early, but he kind of bounced back, which has been kind of the story of the last couple of starts. 7 innings pitched, 4 runs off 6 hits. Struck out 6, a couple home runs got to him. So, I'll take 2 out of 3 against the Dodgers. Dodgers are obviously a really good team. They're probably going to win the NL West with the way it's shaping up right now. It's still a lot of time left, but we'll have to see. So, yeah, that's a 3-game recap. Again, I'm not gonna talk too long tonight, guys. I'm not feeling too hot. Phillies probable pitchers for this Diamondback series closing out this West Coast trip. Game 1, Taijuan Walker versus Ryan Nelson. Game 2, Aaron Nola versus Zach Gallen. And Game 3, Ranger Suarez versus Eduardo Rodriguez. So another big 3-game set. The Phillies are looking to clinch a bye, and they're still in the mix for the number 1 seed. They're 3 games back of the Brewers right now. The Brewers have won 3 in a row. They're at 94-59. Phillies are at 91-62. But the Phillies are 5 games up on the Dodgers, who lead the NL West. Dodgers are 86-67. So that's pretty big. Max number is getting lower and lower for the bye, and I am a fan of getting the bye. I think it's kind of a hoax. I mean, it's definitely not a hoax. It's definitely a thing that sometimes teams can struggle with the bye week, or, well, not a bye week, but a bye in the first round, having to avoid the wild card round. But you don't want to risk losing a 3-game series. One good start from a pitcher and then a bad game, and all of a sudden you get swept in the wild card and you won 95 games. So you obviously don't want that. The Phillies should clinch the bye, and yeah, they're looking pretty good. So I'll recap the Diamondback series. Hopefully I'm feeling better, but I'd say I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing for the Phillies. So I'll see you guys next week.